What's up, people? Welcome back to Hit the Bid. HitTheBid.net's the website. Today I won't be in the chat room. I'll be in and out of the office all day today. Yesterday I tried to make you a video. I promised a couple of people some characters, some fun times, but I forgot it was Thursday and I cannot make a video. But we did get some brilliance out of the 120-second clip that my little daughter did. So if you want to check that out, go to YouTube. It's the video from yesterday. It's a lot of fun. She does this one thing. It's awesome. But on a serious note, and this is going to be probably the most serious show I've done in a really long time, very disappointed in a lot of different things. First off, this year has gone utterly, completely wrong, especially coming from someone who sold all his stocks last October. Now, you say I don't take things seriously, and how can you take a guy like me serious because I do a lot of wacky things and I act really crazy. But you know what? One thing I've done right was I suggested that the market was going to have a terrible year in 2008. And that's where we are. The market's terrible. People are confused. Nobody knows what to do. At the beginning of the year, I didn't care about agriculture stocks. I didn't care about mining stocks. And I sure as hell didn't care about coal stocks. I was just looking at these charts of these stocks. And I was shorting the PCX when the stock was going into the hundreds. I was getting killed every day. I was shorting stock like POT, even though I owned it long-term in another account. But I figured the stock had to have some sort of top at one point or the other. And both of those stocks I gave up on shorting because, like they said, the stocks will continue to go up longer than you can take the pain of shorting them. And that's what happened. That's why I suggested that you get into those stocks short a few months ago. But nobody was paying attention because the viewership of this show has gone to hell. I think it's because that people don't take it seriously. But I did make those suggestions, and you can go back and check the archives. I don't want to say how smart I am, because I am not in those positions. Going back to May 16th, I checked another trade that I was doing. It was the shorting of the DRYS, another stock that I thought was getting a little bit too ahead of itself, going up too much on a bunch of nothing, especially in a market that looked like it was about to fall apart in May. And I was shorting the stock at 100. I think the last time I covered it was at 115. If you look at the chart, that was pretty much the highest point that stock has gotten. And then I bought $85 puts to make some of that money back. And what did I do? I took the money that I lost, made it back, and I called it quits on that stock as far as shorting. And also, if I was really smart, I would have been continuously shorting stocks all the way as soon as the market, like I was saying, if we sell off that gap on Tuesday, nothing instills fear into the market like a market that gaps up huge and doesn't even have an uptick for the entire day. Now, I've been trading for 10 years now. I haven't seen a market that's basically slowly gone down all day like that, ever. Pretty much the market usually has at least one or two fake rallies. It usually has a 2 o'clock fucking where the market makes this dramatic reversal just to screw people at around 2 o'clock. None of that happened. There wasn't an uptick all day. Tuesday, Wednesday, not an uptick, not a fake rally, not even a short squeeze. So I was thinking there's not a buyer on earth. And what was August? August was a slow month. We basically held on because we were waiting for the players to come back, for them to start really selling out of some stocks. Now, there are people out there that are saying, oh, this is hedge fund liquidation. They're giving it a name. But at this point, you have to think that's what's going on. All these smart people with their educations, all their people. Now, I know a lot of people with hedge funds, guys who run hedge funds, and some guys are legitimate, because what a hedge fund used to be was these were guys where you could put your money because they would hedge your stocks with options, or they would be actively trading the accounts. But I know a few hedge funds that have 9 stocks in their account, and that's all they have. What kind of hedge fund is that? It's basically a gambling fund. Let's hope these 9 stocks this guy picks out does really well so we can make money. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Dave. What are you thinking? You got $15 million in your fund, you own 9 stocks. You sell calls against your position, but that's not going to cut it when every stock you own is going to hell. So he's liquidating. There are people liquidating right now. That's the only thing. The POT. You know, maybe we're going to need this potash, but maybe we're not going to need as much of a stock going from $50 to $250 in a year and a half. So that's what's happening right now. Fear has finally hit the streets. Now, why shouldn't the market continue to go down? Is there a reason to buy? Are you feeling really excited about buying stocks right now? Of course not. Oh, you're checking your charts and you're seeing that we're at these certain levels that things might look that makes sense to you. But you know what? If you're going to be buying off a chart, you have to immediately be ready to sell if you're going long. Because as soon as it breaks down, we're just going to search for the next level on the way down. Because things are not good, all right? I will not commit another dollar to this market until I'm looking for the Dow Jones now to go to 10,000. I'm looking for blood in the streets. I'm looking for levels that we're coming back from 2 years ago. Because there's really no reason to buy. Long-term investing is done. Value investing doesn't exist. Somebody told me maybe I should buy the DRYS. Oh, by the way, there was some analyst that put out a downgrade on the that's one good reason I might actually look to buy DRYS today. Somebody downgraded yesterday. You gotta love somebody who puts a downgrade on a stock after the stock's gone down over 50%. That is fantastic stuff, right? I mean, you gotta be kidding me. You have to be kidding me. How could you put a that's like Goldman Sachs, one of the most respectable places on earth, right? Okay, well, so respectable to the people who just live in that delusional world, but they downgraded the ag stocks, they took them off their list or whatever it was. Come on now. And also, it's so easy to rip on Cramer. But if you watch his show, going back to July 15th, when he came out with that caution sign, he said stay away from the stock market, and then the market rallied after he said to stay away from the stock market. Now all he does is continually say that there's things out there to buy. Why not just come out and say, this is the worst I've ever seen. Stay away from the market. It's okay to stay away from the market. That's what I've been telling you to do. I've been telling you for over a year now not to own stocks. If you want to do anything, maybe trade them off the charts, looking for support, and even then, you can't hang on. You want to be a swing trader, you have to be ready to get the hell out of the position. Now the thing is, all this nonsense and all this money that I've lost this year could have been rectified on Tuesday. Because as smart as I am, I have no balls. I've lost my balls because I've lost so much money that I can't commit. I can't hang on to something. I saw the Baidu looking like it was about to break down. I saw the Apple looking like it was going to break down. I wanted a short rim just based on Cramer saying it was going to go up. There were so many different shorts out there, especially the GTI. The GTI, as everybody knows, I'm getting destroyed because instead of buying the stock, I went and bought some calls on the stock going into those earnings reports, and then I doubled up and tripled up looking for a bounce, and then the stock got hammered. You know what? The stock was at $20.70 the other day. I think it was Wednesday. So I shorted a couple of thousand shares against my calls, figuring, you know what? Let the stock go up to $25, and I'll make the money back on those calls. I'll sacrifice this 2,000 shares short because I'll make all that money back. It would work out for me. And if not, at least if the stock starts going back down, I'll make some money to offset the loss on the calls. But what did I do? So I held it Wednesday and Thursday, and then we had Labor Day weekend. It came in Tuesday. The market was gapped up, and it wasn't even gapped up. But then I decided to cover because I saw the green. I forgot the original plan. The original plan was to stay short that stock unless it goes to 25 and I can make the money back in the calls. But what did I do? I saw the green because I'm sitting here like a fucking idiot day trader. And I saw the green and I took the money. That was the stupidest thing I possibly could have done. Okay? So the GTI now, it's basically under, I think it hit 1650 yesterday. Could have made all my money back. Not all the money back, but I should have been piling on short side. The thing is, I have no balls. I have no balls. And the thing is right now, I don't think I'm going to grow a set. It's lucky, the thing is, I know I have balls because yesterday or the day before when this Palin girl, she was making a speech, every time she said lay the pipe, I got a little tingly feeling in there. And then she was saying something about, what was lay the pipe and, caucus. Just like when a woman says caucus. Something about that. And she's not a bad looking woman. I really appreciate this choice that McCain made. But the thing is, McCain is so uninspirational, can't vote for him. I don't like Obama, so I'm kind of trapped. That's why I'm running for president. Maybe not for 2008, but I might as well start my campaign now while the hoopla is out there. I don't know. Bottom line is, I'm getting worried about oil. I can't believe I'm about to get out of these USOs for a loss. All right, I gotta go because I'm at 10 minutes. Hopefully somebody's still watching. I'm not gonna be around today, but come to the website because these guys on my website were shorting the hell out of everything. God bless you.